Well, first of all, I graduated in 1957, and then I went back to work at Bethany a little later, and I think I've been to Bethany ever since. And anyway, and we have a family. Our family was Kristen, and her husband went to Bethany, Mike Slater, Kristen, and then our son, Stephen and Roxy, Stephen Sjogren and Roxy. And then we had Eric and Rhonda. And the only one that didn't go was our daughter Carla, and she went into interior design at K-State. And they've been supporters of Bethany. This house that we're in right now, the Sjogren Center, was the home of Elsie Dorff, who happened to be my 5th grade teacher in Marquette. And so it means a lot that, I'm living in her home, and then it's the Sjogren Center. I think she might be proud. And anyway, and this building has been used twice now. I mean, over at the Presser Hall and then back here. And anyway, I think it's a good place for advancement. Yeah.
It is.
Of course, I was director of development, and our director of advancement, I guess it would be now. But my role was to raise money, and I was with Arvin Hahn. Well, I was with several presidents, but the money that for the facilities was really helped raise that under Hahn. That would be the Minjavec Center, that would be the Waterstedt Library, that would be Warner Hall, that would be all these buildings were part of our background. And then another thing was real special. In 1981 was our 100th year, and they wanted to have the Messiah on television, and we needed $75,000 to hook up like a satellite to put it on television. And I thought I had a Lutheran insurance company wrapped up with that. I found out that they weren't going to do it. So I had about maybe a month to raise $75,000, and the last $5,000 that I raised was a gentleman I called on in Kansas City who happened to be in Florida at that time, and I called him on New Year's Eve, and I got that $5,000, and then that allowed the
broadcasting.
Yeah, and that was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I was working with Dale Lund hired me, and then there's Dale Lund, and then there was Ann Dean, and that didn't float. And then we had Arvin Hahn, and Arvin Hahn. So I worked with all these presidents up to full time with Risteman, and then after that, I helped these other presidents all the way up through the last president. Yeah. Or still the president right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about how special it is to have Kort here.
Well, it's our youngest grandchild, and to have him choose Bethany, it was very special. And he's a good student, and he's got his goals set high, and he'll do well. And Marilyn and I are very excited to have him here and even come outside. He wanted his picture taken outside the Sjogren Center, and that was very special.
Yeah, great.
Well, I think Bethany is just a little different than a lot of the private colleges. I always said in fundraising, I'll get into fundraising. If you were Swedish, and if you had been to the Messiah, and if you had Swedish Messiah and another one, another area, then you were a real Bethany supporter. And I always said that we had support from areas that a lot of schools don't have support from.
Hi, I am Ken Sjogren. I am a freshman here at Bethany College, and I am a member of the Newtonian Society. A little bit was part of the Good Life Scholarship, being able to go here tuition free if I graduated from McPherson County. But I also got to meet some of my professors. I met Dr. Mark McDonald beforehand, and I really liked him, and I thought if I could have met my professor, I think it would really help. So that was probably one of the bigger considerations.
That's great. So when you were picking Bethany, did your grandfather's legacy here play any part in coming here?
I think it really did. Being able to be a third generation here at Bethany with my mom and dad going here and both my grandparents coming here, I think it's really cool to be able to continue that kind of legacy.
Yeah, and can I just ask really quickly what that means to you, like, and to your family? Like, were they proud of you for coming here? Or happy with your decision? Maybe not proud, but...
I was the only grandkid of my grandpa's that actually chose to come to Bethany, given I'm one of two that lived in the area at the time. But being able to continue on and be, I guess, the only Sjogren left coming to Bethany, it's pretty special. The first week or so I tried to get involved with a couple of different clubs, and I enjoyed my time with them. And I think some of the selection, it can be a little slimmer being at a smaller college, but I think you can definitely find something that you enjoy and people that you can relate with. And academically, I've enjoyed all of my professors, and I thought it's been a great time.
I always said a Bethany person who would support the college was either she or he was interested in art or music, and or it could be Swedish. It could, and if you were one of those, that's more context than a lot of colleges, a lot of small colleges would have, because you have different areas of support.
That's true. Very good.